France's unemployment is at almost 10% and economic growth is stubbornly low. But where these union members and the president disagree is on the solution to that. The CGT union is one of France's largest, representing huge numbers of public sector workers and low-paid staff. The president says his plans to make it easier for bosses to hire and fire will turn the page on 3 decades of inefficiency. But these people are deeply concerned.
When we are working, the boss can sack us at any time, and we cannot work for 5 years or 6 years or 10 years. Then later the boss will tell you, you have to leave the job without paying you. It's impossible because we need our pay.
We are protesting Mr. Macron's labour law. It's a bad law against workers.
But what these union members see as important protections, global financial institutions such as the IMF see as deep-rooted structural rigidities. France's complex employment laws and tax regime often act as a disincentive for companies to expand. President Macron's proposals would, for example, allow companies with fewer than 20 staff to negotiate pay and conditions direct with the workers, instead of having to involve the unions. J'Expertise is a small but successful French surveying company which checks buildings for structural movement. Its boss agrees that more streamlined employment laws are overdue.
Employers and employees want to talk to each other. They want to decide their common future. They no longer want 1 or 2% of the population telling them what they have to do and telling them that they know better what's best for them.
The marchers, though, are clear who they trust to do what's better for them.
A September showdown is looming here in France. The president has described those who would oppose his plans as being either lazy or cynical or extremists. But the unions who have mustered their forces out here on the streets of Paris and elsewhere are determined they will oppose what they see as a diminution of their extensive powers.
A fringe group of around 300 troublemakers started throwing projectiles at police, who responded with tear gas and water cannon. But although the vast majority of the demonstrators were peaceful, tensions are rising. The president is putting his political reputation on the line with these plans. Regardless of the protests, he will sign the measures into law at the end of this month. But at what cost to his standing in the country? Paul Brennan, Al Jazeera, Paris.